publishers of Buck Fever, Party Pigs Farmyard Games, and We Wish You a Merry Christmas, comes a game that promotes motorcycles and inconceivable human suffering. It's called Harley Davidson Road Trip, the first part of the title being a promotion for a motorcycle company, and the second referring to the drive you'll make back to the store immediately after purchasing this unrelenting slab of suck. Excuse me, sir. Hi, remember me? You sold me this Wii game earlier? Yeah, I've returned to slap you square in the face.
Business slows down in the winter, but that's aight. The slowdown gives people like me a chance to really enjoy the boardwalk as it's not so hectic.
Harley Davidson Road Trip is awful on a monumental level because not only is this product an unequivocally terrible video game, it also fails to promote Harley Davidson. In fact, it does quite the opposite. This game crushes whatever romanticized ideas you might have had about owning a motorcycle and replaces them with chronic night terrors and an aversion to any brand that mixes the colors orange and black. Thanks to this game, I'll never eat a Reese's Cup again, and that's the real tragedy here.
And she'll respect you back. They don't call her the mighty Mississippi because she's kind.
I'm not even sure what to call Road Trip. On the one hand, it's a kind of racing game, albeit an utterly aimless one without any racing whatsoever. On the other hand, it's an on-rails photography game that's every bit as stimulating as it sounds. Clearly, this is a game with no real sense of identity, but if there's one thing about Road Trip we can be sure of, it's that the game leaves no throttle unthrottled in its attempt to do as many things poorly as it possibly can. You play as either a man or a woman. Exactly the kind of nondescript choices one would expect from a game that somehow manages to make you forget about it before you've even finished playing it. It's your job to travel across the United States and do a bunch of jobs for Hog Magazine, which is evidently a real publication. The only thing funnier is that this game costs $30. Borderline robbery for the lack of content this game has the chrome parts to display. There are about 20 assignments in the game, none of which last longer than a few minutes or do much to convey the biker culture. In fact, many of the assignments take you off the bike and have you photograph random objects in random locations. Because nothing says live to ride, ride to live like snapping a few glamour shots of a extension cord. Sadly, these bizarre and logically questionable at best on-rails segments are actually more fun than the riding missions, in which you make exciting and rebellious bike trips such as following closely behind another rider at a reasonable distance. Even if the controls weren't terrible, that still wouldn't be fun, and neither would Harley Davidson Road Trip. A racing game with no racing, no multiplayer, no identity, and no soul.
The photos you sent me are great. It looks like you've got the East Coast and the Southeast covered.